Welcome back to the channel. We are on day 21 of the challenge, and if you're just watching this after watching my last video, you'll know that I was upset that we ended at $199.12. Now, we did have a sale. We sold that realistic 4-inch new old stock speaker. That sold really fast, and after fees and shipping, we made $14.92, bringing our total to $214.04 for this weekend going into this video. So I'm outside the thrift store, out of the way that I usually go to and do really well with. We have a big budget to work with. I brought all my cash with me. We're gonna have a lot of fun out here, see how it goes. And then of course, we're gonna try and hit some yard sales this weekend, early tomorrow morning. But before we go in, I did want to let you know that my Whatnot shows for this series are every Friday. So if you're looking to support me, we're doing shows every Friday at 7 p.m. We're getting rid of a lot of the stuff. Some of the stuff gets listed on eBay and then I let it sit for about a week. And if it doesn't go there, I'll do the Whatnot streams. But if there's something that somebody specifically asked me for, I have no problem pushing it out on that platform. Again, if you follow the link in the description of this video, it'll give you a free $15 if you've never heard of Whatnot when you sign up. You can use that towards any purchase that you make with me. And realistically, as far as Whatnot goes for the challenge, I've been getting rid of a lot of stuff for only $2. So between that and the shipping, you're looking at probably a free product from me while supporting me at the same time. So definitely hit that link in the description if you're into that. But I just want to make sure I announce the Whatnot shows at the beginning of the video. That way you guys know what's going on and I don't forget when I'm later on editing. Also, hit that subscribe button, follow along. We're chugging right along. We are more than halfway to 1,000 subscribers. We're working towards that goal. So please do that. All right, let's get in here and see what we can find. Rage Against the Machine. These pennants. Made in the USA. $5. Oh, it's $5 for all of them? Is that what it is?
Yep.
$5 for all these pennants, huh? Redskins. Man, these are old. This is cool. 1995. Washington Capitals. Yeah, I think I'll take that too. Alright, put that in the cart. So I grab these scanner headphones for $4. They have a great sell-through rate. Should be about $30. They're a little dusty, so it could use a little cleaning, but they look to be in good condition. Definitely dusty, but the ear cups are still good. Everything looks good on them, so we'll take a chance on it. Brand new Carhartt pocket long sleeve. $45 price tag. Yeah, we'll grab that for sure. No, this is $15. Good quality. Green jacket fleece color. North Face, different things that. I found this North Face shirt. It's gonna be $2. I'm not sure if I want to keep it or not, but I might just put it in a Whatnot auction and see how it does. I found this Nespresso milk frother. It looks to be in good shape. I think it still works. I don't see a reason why I wouldn't, but it has a great sell-through rate, and there's a ton listed of just parts and stuff. So there was a large fan going like right near where I was recording this, so I decided to do a quick voiceover. This plush is from the movie Fievel Goes West. It is a really well sought after plush, it seems. It's from 1986, so it wasn't in the best condition, but I think with a little cleanup, we can probably get anywhere from $25 to $35 for this plush. All right, so we made it out of the thrift store and we got quite a few things. There's a lot of stuff I didn't end up recording. It was just really hard to record. The aisles were really tight. There's actually a ton of people in there today. Normally in this thrift store, there's only like 7 or 8 people at the most, and today there's like 20. So crazy day, but let's talk about what we got for the day. So we got this Five Goes West, a 1986 plush. Now he's not in the best condition, but I still was seeing poor condition comps going for about $25 plus shipping. So I'm thinking at the end of the day, if I can at least get 30 bucks out of him with free shipping. He's not super heavy, but he is on an old tag here. So really good find there. I found these scanner headphones. I talked a little bit about these, but at first I was like, they don't look like much, but then I looked them up and they're selling consistently for about $40 and have over 100% sell-through rate. So another good find there for only $4. That's the flips we need to find, is the 10xing our money. Another thing I think I talked about a little bit earlier was this. Another thing I think we talked about earlier was this Nespresso milk frother. I just want to make sure that it works, so I'll probably take it home and plug it in, put some milk into it, and make sure that it froths it. I guess I could just do it with water, but I think milk has a better frothing consistency than water would. I don't think you can froth water to fully test it. So hopefully it works, but if it does, we'll probably be looking at another $35 to $40. I grabbed this whole thing of pennants. All these are vintage and brand new with tags, I think, for the most part. They're in really good condition. They've got some Redskins ones there. You got some like signed by the whole team Redskins one. They're not actually signed, it's just printed like that. But these really old vintage pennants go really well, and they are all brand new with tags, as well as this Washington Capitals one. I also got this Rage Against the Machine DVD. Anytime you see any really popular rock band or something like that on a DVD, brand new sealed live, there are collectors that go for this type of stuff. So it may not be worth a ton, maybe $15, but at 50 cents to buy it, I had to pick it up. I also got this Brita filter 3-pack. I've actually bought these on clearance at Walmart before for like $3 a piece and flipped them for about 12. These are now selling for about $10 on eBay, but I only paid $1 for it. So after shipping and fees, I should still make about 4x my money. I don't know how much of the clothing you saw. I did have this Carhartt shirt new with tags. She almost charged me $1 for it because today is dollar clothing day. I guess that's why it's so busy inside. But I did let her know that the price tag does say $5.95. I wanted to be as honest with this as possible, and if I had pulled the wool over her eyes and got it for $1, realistically, like, yeah, I would have saved $5, but at the end of the day, is the karma really worth it? It's not, in my opinion. So I went ahead and paid $6 for this. I'm thinking I could probably get $30 to $40 for this. This is a really heavy shirt. Another thing I picked up was this girl's North Face 3-in-1 jacket. It has a fleece piece, it has a rain jacket piece, and then you can bundle them together to make a fleece and rain jacket that is super duper warm. I go through and sell these all the time. I usually get like $20 to $30 for them. So it's a girl's large, probably a pretty good size to sell for a decent price. I'm thinking maybe 30 to 40 bucks on this. I might also trade this into the North Face trade-in program. We'll see where it goes. And the last piece of clothing I picked up was this North Face shirt. All the clothing today was $1. And so this was a really good find here. Nothing crazy, it's not vintage or anything. It's a modern, but it's a men's medium. Not the best size, but I figured for $1, you can't go wrong. And the last thing we picked up today, which I think was the find of the day, was this brand new inbox HP printer. I saw another open box sold comp go for $150 plus shipping. I'm thinking realistically we might be able to get $200 for this, but for $8, what a deal. So just want to let you guys know that we spent a grand total of $41.25 in there. So we'll go ahead and remove that from the budget, but we're still flying high with $175-ish to work with. That is just like a lot of money, especially for yard sale season tomorrow. So I have all the cash in here too, so we won't even need to stop at ATM tomorrow morning. But other than that, I'm gonna go home, list all this stuff, and then I'll see you at the yard sales tomorrow. Good morning. It is future editing Derek here. And the reason I'm laughing is because I realized that I said I was going to be going to a bunch of yard sales, which I did. I did indeed go to the yard sales, but I didn't want to waste anybody's time because the yard sales we went to were absolute garbage. Just not a good weekend to go yard sailing. I should have thought of that ahead of time, that it was Easter weekend. People are probably going to be spending time with their families, not necessarily spending time putting up yard sales and stuff like that. So that was a blunder on my part. But next weekend, we do have some community yard sales coming up. So there's going to be some good yard sale footage. I know you guys love that content whenever I put that up. But we'll be going and doing that next weekend. But as of right now, I stopped at a local flea market. I grabbed a couple things. So I'll show you the couple things we got from there. And then I ended up going up over to the Goodwill bins on Monday to kind of close out this video and give you guys some real content and some real progress. I try to not update you guys if I don't have any real progress to make, but let's get right into that footage right now.
A few minutes later.
So I just wanted to talk real quick about what we picked up from the flea market. It's nothing crazy. We literally picked up this flash pad. It's like this little flash pad extreme game. Basically, it's a chase me, Simon Says type thing. So really cool. These things sell pretty well for $15–20. Nothing crazy there. I think we paid like $3 for it. And then we picked up this old school Crush, the turtle from Finding Nemo plush.
Give me some fin. Noggin. Dude.
But that's the only two things we picked up from there. Now let's go ahead and get into the bins video I have recorded for the second half of this video. Normally this Vera Bradley would be nice, but unfortunately the handles are pretty ripped up and there's a lot of stains on it, so I'll pass. Alright, I think we found our first find of the day. I found this Vera Bradley in really good shape. It's free of stains. These are a little rough here. Maybe I won't leave it. Unfortunate. I also found this Little Mermaid crossbody. It's stained up, but it's just unfortunate. It's like everything I find today has stains on it. Really annoying. So here's a great find. Salad bean makeup bag. Look at this Courage the Cowardly Dog too. Brand new. That's awesome. I'm getting that. Okay, this little spot is like a nice little gold mine. There's this really nice looking Vera Bradley with the RFID shield. I think that's what everybody's looking for these days. This little clutch purse. Yeah, I'll grab that. So, nothing crazy, but we found these two cushion masks for a ResMed. This is like a CPAP machine. These masks sell really well and sell really fast, and they won't get you in trouble on eBay, so that's a great find. And we just found two more, so we have 4 total. That's like $120 in masks. That's crazy. Found a couple pairs of paintball guns. I'm not even sure if I can show these on YouTube, but I'm gonna risk it and do it anyways. They're really cool, but they're not really worth a ton of money, like $40–50 maybe, but they just don't have a great sell-through rate. People want newer gear, so I'm gonna leave them. Like that. That's a good find. We'll grab that. It's super light. Okay, so this is a prime example. So you see where that says RX only? That means you need a prescription to buy this and to sell this. So unfortunately, even though this would be like 60, maybe $70, and I could potentially sell it before they caught it, it's just not worth risking my eBay account for, so we'll go ahead and throw that back. These, on the other hand, these little connectors here do not have an RX on them anywhere. And so these are able to be secondhand sold on eBay. So these things we found are still really good. We found, I think, 5 of them in total. So that's a good like $100, $120 there. So that's a great find. Of course, we found the Courage the Cowardly Dog bag. We found this LL Bean hang-up makeup kit, some really good condition. And then we also found this Vera Bradley that we're going to pick up. I think that's all we're going to grab at the bins today, but let me double check and run through and see if there's anything else we can find. Okay, so I briefly just wanted to go over what we spent at the Goodwill bins, just that way we're keeping track of everything. Now, we got really lucky because the cashier's actual scale messed up. We didn't have a ton of stuff, as you saw in the video. So she just said, hey, I'm gonna charge you $5 this time, just because the scale's taking forever. We have a long line of people. So count it as your lucky day type deal. So we spent a total of $5.27 with tax on all that stuff. And you saw what we got. I mean, we got the calculator and that's sold already. So we already can put that back into the budget compared to what we spent over the last couple days. And so we're getting back up over the 200 mark soon. I'm gonna get to listing all that stuff and getting on with things, but let me know what your favorite find of the video was down below in the comments. If you're still watching, and obviously you like the videos, so give it a like and subscribe. Honestly, we're gonna be doing this for a while, next couple months at least, but I plan to be doing like 2 uploads a week, and that's kind of why I'm doing it, to form the habit. So we're almost at a month in. I'm really excited to hit that month mark on Friday and see where we're at and how we're on pace, if we're on pace or if we're not, which I don't think we are. I think we're a little behind, but I think we're going to be moving up from things like the Goodwill bins and thrift stores and stuff like that here shortly. So I got some stuff in the plans. Stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next one.